Today we gathered to celebrate the life of Scooby-Doo, who died tragically and heroically and far too young at the age of 7. I've known Scooby for years. We've managed to stay in touch, meeting every few years at the park where we first met. We met at Kings Island in Cincinnati, Ohio over 20 years ago. He was in a show there and I was on vacation with my family. I'd watched his show for years. Me and my sister, we were big fans, so my parents, as a surprise, had asked Scooby if he would care to take a picture with us. We took the picture. It's right here. This is us on that day when we first met. We were able to talk after we took the picture, and we learned we had a lot of things in common. We both loved to ride roller coasters, so we spent the day riding coasters at the park. During that first trip, I did get to hang out with Scooby a little more. We hung out at the pool at his hotel. We spent a large portion of the night sharing stories about Scooby and the gang and his thoughts on the many mysteries that they had solved. Even though people didn't know it, Scooby is quite the intellectual. They didn't show it enough on the TV show, which irritated him a little bit sometimes, but he was the mastermind behind solving most of those successful schemes that they had. His favorite stories, though, were always about his best friend Shaggy. He told me that even though he wasn't family, that Shaggy was like a brother to him. They had many, many adventures together, whether solving mysteries, going on vacation together, or eating 12-foot tall sandwiches. Scooby spoke of Shaggy with animation and excitement. Shaggy, I know you're out in the crowd somewhere, and I just want you to know that Scooby truly loved you like a brother. Before I left Kings Island on that first visit, Scooby gave me a pillow. It resembled him, and he gave it to me because he was unsure if we'd ever meet again. I took this pillow home with me, and I slept with it every night. I still do. This pillow means so much to me that I even brought it to the hospital at the births of all 3 of my children. So in a way, you could say Scooby's been there, present at the birth of all of my children. As I mentioned, we were able to meet back up a few times on summer vacations. Each time we would always end up back at the pool at his hotel, sharing stories of his great mysteries that he solved, the hijinks he had with Shaggy, and giving me advice on life. Since he was only present in spirit at the birth of my children, I felt it was important to take my kids to meet him. I've raised them on Scooby-Doo cartoons and stories of when Scooby and I hung out together. So June of last year, I took my kids to meet Scooby without knowing that it would be the last time that I would see him. As we all know, Scooby was a detective. This could take him into many dangerous situations. Along with his closest friend Shaggy and the other members of his team, Fred, Daphne, Velma, Scooby caught many criminals. As I mentioned before, he really excelled at solving mysteries and catching monsters. Solving mysteries, along with Scooby snacks, were Scooby's true loves in life, so it was only fitting that he died doing what he loved. In the midst of solving the mystery of the dangerous minor 49er, Scooby was fatally wounded while in pursuit of the villain. Although I only got to see him every few years, he was such a part of my life, and I will miss him dearly. I will always look back on the times we had together and remember his sense of humor. He made me laugh with every story that he told, and I will think of him every time I share these stories with my children. I will also miss that intellectual side of Scooby, as he has given me some great advice over the years. Lastly, I will miss Scooby's great love of food. He really knew how to truly enjoy good cooking, and I got great joy from watching him devour his food with vigor. So today we say goodbye to Scooby-Doo. We will always have our memories. I'm so lucky to have had that lovable Great Dane in my life.